everybody, well this is going to be a quick review or my opinion on the book 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. And yeah, I know it's December, it's starting to die out, which kind of sucks getting this video out now, but it is what it is. It took me 4 months to read this book because school's been kicking my ass. I don't have time for fun anymore. But I just finished this book, so yay! Alright, so I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this book is about. I mean, it's about sex and submissive and dominant stuff and all that stuff, you know? But to give you more in-depth, or a little bit more in-depth, like, description of this book, it's about a girl named Anastasia Steele who is about 20 years old. She's college, or 22 years old, and she's about to graduate college. She's an English major. I think that she's very naive and inexperienced with guys. She's never had a boyfriend. She's never been with a guy. And she's just a very inexperienced person. And she one day interviews Christian Grey for the newspaper of her school. And Christian Grey is like the most amazing guy in the world. I mean, like, he's described as the most amazing guy. Super hot, super sexy, super amazing. Like, to me, he's the epitome of Channing Tatum. Like, to me, they're equivalent. But it's whoever you think it is. But he's just like that amazing guy. But he does have issues. And it's kind of just like a book about dealing with his issues and stuff. And he can't be with, in a relationship, like, emotionally. He has to be, like, in a relationship with a girl with doing the dominant and submissive stuff. Like, he strictly is not the whole boyfriend-girlfriend kind of guy. But after the interview, they reconnect somehow. I totally forgot how they reconnected. And they start developing a relationship, sorry. And the thing is, with this book, I guess Anastasia Steele is that one girl that just, like, kicks in the ass, you know, like, totally surprised them and was like, whoa. Because usually, he usually gets girls who are just, like, willing to just throw themselves at him, and that's it. But Anna questions him, is a smart ass, questions everything he does, and all that stuff. So it kind of, like, surprises him enough to realize, I really like this girl, I really have feelings for him. And so I guess they become boyfriend, girlfriend. But please, I'm sorry that was a spoiler, but whatever. But yeah, and then he introduces her to that, like, submissive and dominant thing, and they just go on from there. But I particularly think this whole book is a whole book of them trying to figure out what kind of relationship they want, you know, what kind of relationship they're in, what they mean to each other, all that stuff, and with little periodic sex scenes. Like, that's literally what this whole book about. Because when they're not having sex, they're pretty much talking about what they mean to each other, what this relationship is, all that stuff. So it's not really that interesting. So I guess this leads into what I think about this book. If you haven't noticed yet, I don't really like this book at all. It's just a really annoying book. For numerous reasons, and I don't want to sound too critical about it, but I'm sorry. It's just the writing is just horrible. I understand that this is like a sexual fantasy book, that you're primarily, when you're writing like this kind of book, you're not really there to make it to be like the greatest literature in the whole world, but just so you can get to, like, to the sex scenes and stuff. I don't know, but it's just the writing was like a 13-year-old person wrote in this book. But a really inappropriate 13-year-old person wrote this book. It was just horrible writing, and it's just like, I understand this is a sexual fantasy book. It's not going to be that great of a work, but I feel like she could have put a little bit more effort into it, personally. So yeah, writing is just horrible. I just hate how Anna thinks, like, or the way it's written, how Anna thinks, like, how it's always like when she was reading one of Christian's emails, and it's like super long, and she's like, holy crap, it's like he written an essay like we did back in school. And I'm just like, that was really annoying. I don't know. And then the holy crap was bold, so it kind of made you sound like she wasn't saying holy crap. she's like, holy crap, you know, like that. So that made it even more annoying, and I just hate that. And it's throughout the whole book, bold letters, where it's like, wow, he's weird, this is strange, you know, like, I hate that shit. Like, that was so annoying. So yeah, just writing. Another thing I did not like in this book were the characters. I felt that the characters were not very, I don't know, they weren't really developed enough. Like, they're just too general and annoying. Like, Catherine is Anna's roommate, who is obsessed with Christian's brother, is always in Anna's business, and she is the editor or writer for the college newspaper, but you really don't see who Catherine is for real. Like, you really just don't get who she is. You just see her always being nosy. And then there's Jose, who is Anna's friend, who loves her, who one day gets drunk and jumps on her, and he was annoying, wasn't built up enough. Yeah, and I think the whole point of him, is to see Christian's jealousy over Anna and protectiveness over Anna. Then there's Paul Clayton, who works with Anna, or is the owner, brother of the hardware store Anna works for, and he's like in love with Anna, and he just asks her out and then leaves. I don't see the point in him. Anna's mom is annoying. Ray is just there, and then Bob is just there. So some of the characters are just too bland and not built up enough to really understand who they are. And then there's Anna. She annoys me. Oh my gosh. She annoys me. I hate the way she thinks. Like, her inner goddess. She's always talking to her inner goddess, and it drives me insane. Like, for instance, this is Rick talking about, in this part, they're talking about this is right after she reads a contract, and she's in the bathroom staring at herself, and it says, my subconscious, or my inner goddess, is jumping up and down, clapping her hands like a 5-year-old. Please, let's do this. Otherwise, we'll end up alone with lots of cats in your classic novels to keep your company. I hate her super inner goddess. Like, it's like the person who she should be, but I don't know. I just don't like when she talks to her inner goddess. I feel like instead of like a creative way to express her feelings or her thoughts, but to me it was just an annoying way. And then she also has her subconscious, and it says, my subconscious sounds sane and rational, not her usual snarky self. Like, she has two different things in her head. Like, she has her subconscious and she has her inner goddess. I just don't like them. Okay? Like, stop with your freaking talking to your subconscious and your inner goddess. It's annoying as shit. And I just don't like how naive she is and like inexperienced she is. And I understand that she's never had a boyfriend and stuff like that, and it's fine. But it's just like, you're also not 12, you know? Like, you should have an idea, at least. But, you don't have to be, like, some expert, but you should have some idea and stop being so annoying. Like, I don't know if you can really understand what I'm trying to say, but I just feel like she's really naive, and that's kind of annoying me. And just overall as a person, and the way she thinks, and how she's so confused and all this crap, it just annoys the crap out of me. And I just don't understand why you pick this weird-ass dude to be your first boyfriend. Like, this dude should be with people who are super experienced, because he's a fuck up. But whatever. Christian Grey. Lovely Christian Grey. He has issues. He came from a foster family or whatever, and the Greys adopted him, and I guess the Greys are a really wealthy family. And and the reason why he acts so proper in the book is because he was always trying to fit into the Grey family, be proper and perfect, I guess. So that's why he acts the way he does in the book. Very proper, very, like, elegant and stuff. He's very cultured and knows how to play piano because of that too. And he has, like I said before, he can't be in a relationship with a girl unless it's like this, like being a submissive or dominant kind of relationship. Like, he can't be, like, emotionally attached to a girl. And he hates when girls touch him. I don't know why, based on his issues that he won't speak of. But I just can't stand his personality. I understand the submissive and dominant thing, but I feel like that should stay in the bedroom. It should not be outside the bedroom. And what I'm talking about is the contract. He in the book, he has his contract where he has a list of, like, rules and stuff, and The rules are ridiculous. It's like you can only eat what I tell you to eat, and you have to eat 3 meals a day. You have to work out 4 times a week with my personal trainer, and my personal trainer has to report back your progress to me. Then you have to sleep 8 hours a day. You have to wear clothes that I tell you to wear, and it's just ridiculous. To me, that's just, I cannot believe it. It pissed me off because it's like, you're like, this dude is like dominating you outside the bedroom, basically telling you what to do and how to do things. I mean, granted, in the book, she doesn't actually sign the contract. Spoiler alert, sorry. But I feel like even if he pushed it more, she would have signed it. She just seems like the type of girl who would do that. So yeah, I didn't like that. I just feel like that stuff should stay in the bedroom, but outside the bedroom, Anna should have been her own person. You should be your own person. You should have some guy tell you how many times a week you should exercise, if you should exercise, or how many times and what to eat. You know, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous, and how dare he, have the audacity to do that. It's just my opinion. But I'm going to stop talking about that because I don't want this to turn into some feminist video. And I'm not a feminist at all, but didn't not like that. So yeah. Anything else I didn't like about the book? I don't know. It was just an annoying book to read. It really was. I understand there's a lot of people that like it. And I heard it's like very entertaining. Before I read it, of course, people said it's very entertaining but it's poorly written. It wasn't entertaining to me mainly because of just like the dominant stuff and like him being so like, you have to do what I say or else I'll like punish you, and I just couldn't stand that, so I didn't like the book at all. The only part of the book I liked was the last chapter. I felt like was the most descriptive chapter and just really interesting. But other than that, I hated the book. So yeah, this wasn't just my opinion. It's not the right opinion, I know. This was just my opinion. I know it's not like the right opinion or anything. I'm just putting my voice out there about this book. So please don't be too offended if you liked it or anything. I hope I wasn't too critical or whatever, but it is what it is. Please, if you want to, leave your comments or what you thought about this book below. I would love with my book reviews to have this discussion going in the comments section of what, the book I'm reading, of what you think about it, because that'd be really cool. Kind of like a book club kind of thing, but online, But that, I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for reading my book, and I hope to see you reading my book. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!